This guy sucks.
The hip hinge, which is the deadlift and which is the swing. That people have. Oh my God! Can you stop this? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Crown Performance. As always, Coach Kyle right here. My brother, Coach Graham, behind the camera.
Yeah.
Today, I'm going to be talking about a very common issue that I see with people, and that's the lack of ability of keeping lower abdominal tension in the back of the swing or the back of the deadlift. Essential to be able to protect your spine and your low back when you are in those movements in that back portion, not just in the lockout. Now, when people learn the essentials or the building blocks of those movements, especially with me, you understand what a nice tight plank is so that you can understand how the body's supposed to be lined up and the tension that goes along with that. You understand and you learn what the proper hip hinge is and all the positions of it. Now, the hip hinge is the same as the deadlift and the swing, okay? In terms of movement patterns. Now, when people will learn how to fire their abdominals and learn the essentials of the hinge, which are, first and foremost before actually putting a load in your hand, once you start getting the brain to try to coordinate all this, it is very easy at certain parts of a lift to be like, oh, I forgot about that part, or I wasn't concentrating on that part enough. So, I'm going to be showing you a nice drill that I made up on how to teach the person how to get lower abdominal tension in that back position, whether it be the deadlift or the swing. So what I would do is get them to set up a bench and then put a kettlebell right underneath the bench like so. So in a plank position, I'm going to do the plank from here. So obviously it's not as hard as if I was on the floor, but I'm in this position. And essentially I'm just exposing the person to this position to remind their brain on how to talk to that area, because it's in that static position, it's easier to talk to it or feel those muscles working than it is when you make it dynamic. So, I'm here, reminding myself of what that lower abdominal tension feels like in this position. Then I slowly step forward with one foot, but I'm still breathing, talking to my abdominals. So now, my hip is in that deadlift or hip hinge position. Yes, my arms are not, but I'm continuing putting my hands on the bell, pulling it off the riser a little bit, and hiking it back while I continue that breathing while I hold it there. I'm going to then put the bell down, but continue the breathing. At no time during any of these reps am I trying to lose focus on the breathing. The whole purpose is throughout the transitions, when I hold the bell, whatever, you can always feel those abdominals working.
He's gonna pass out.
Holy shit, that was exhausting. You might be right. But nonetheless, I found this drill to be very helpful with helping clients that when they go in their back swing of the kettlebell, or the back position of the kettlebell swing, or the back position of the deadlift, that they lose the position of the low spine and pelvis. They're not able to keep the abs tight, whereby the spine stays in this completely rigid position no matter where you are in the range of that swing. Now don't get me wrong, if you're doing swings, you should have already been doing deadlifts perfectly. But even sometimes when people do the slower version perfectly, as soon as you add a variable like speed, it's very easy for the brain to get lost and jumbled up in the position whereby it's like, oh, I keep forgetting that part just because there's that added variable of speed. So do little mixes of these drills I just showed you there and combine that with the swing, and again, reinforce the mind to you need to try to feel in the back of your swing that abdominal tension so you know that there's stability in the back position, not just the lockout. That's everything for today, guys. Don't forget, Crown Performance.
We put performance first.
Peace!
Oh,
What the fuck is that?
It's a little ant.
What?
An ant.